You, how's it going? Alright. Yeah, I thought I'd run a little vloggish action. Got this video up. Still using it, enjoying it. I've been testing this battery a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to see what it can really do, because me initially using it in MTL, right? I don't normally vape that way. I was using this tip. I mean, it's just, back to using the stock drip tip. And in here, I have a, God, these magnets are really impressive. A little too impressive. Okay. It's a little dirty. But, I got the, that Jenna clone in here. I have a review for this RBA, the authentic one. It's not. I wouldn't watch it either. But I'm finding a new appreciation for this RBA. I already liked it more than I did the authentic, initially when I had the authentic one. But I put this down for quite a while and just decided to throw it in here, kind of as like a joke, you know what I mean? Since these two people kind of had a feud, Joel and Jay, so just for the irony of it, I pulled this out, and lo and behold, I whipped it up and it came out really good right away. Same coil I already had in there. What I did differently is I like to cut my wicks flush with the edge of the juice flow port. This has a cylindrical Mob Mini half circle shape to it, this RBA, and so normally I like to have them real flush with the edge. On this, and I've seen a lot of other people wick it this way, they just let them tails hang on out. The wicks, or the cotton, is protruding out into the tank, and yeah, I generally don't like doing that, but that's what seems to work for people. I didn't really comb it out much at all, if any, which is another thing I don't usually do. I usually like to finesse it and give it a haircut kind of thing, but no, I just left it pretty plain, and it was a little less saturated than it could have been or should have been, like how I like my atomizers to be, but after a little bit of use, I'd say it broke in a little more, and yeah, I dig it now. Pretty good. So yeah, it's just the airflow on this is really nice, and now that once the cotton broke in and it got more saturated, flavor airflow combo on this is pretty nice. It's just temperamental, so it goes against how I wick just about everything else. That's the problem. Yeah. So yeah, I like it. Oh, the other thing is that I had so that 415, I put in a, what was it? It was like a 0.83 or 0.85 or something, and was at 20 watts. So that's half power. This is a 40-watt device. Um, whereas with this, I should actually check it again. I know I forget already, but it's definitely not, as high a build. It's significantly lower, and I'll look right now. And this is all about trying to gauge what this battery can do. All right, not too much lower, a 0.63, and I'm at 27.5 watts. And you know what? The battery's not doing that bad. I mean, for a minute, I thought it was doing much worse because I didn't give the battery enough time to charge. I mean, you can charge this thing, like, not all the way. Or, let me put it this way. You can charge this thing for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Take it off. And it'll look like it's at a full charge. But it'll go through that charge much faster. Whereas if you let this thing sit there for, I don't know, a half hour or 40 minutes or something and then did it, then used it, that it would, again, it'll still be at full charge, but it will, that charge will last longer, if that makes sense. You'll get more out of it. So yeah, at first I thought, oh wow, it's just, that little bit of a wattage bump was draining me a lot faster, but that's not the case. So that's good because this is around the wattage I like to be at, 28 to 30. So, because you don't want to be using a device at its maximum capacity of wattage, it's just not ideal. But, this looks like it handles it just fine. So that's a relief. I had a comment, somebody asking about, they wanted me to show inside it to see if the battery can be replaced. Because in the review I realized that there are screws in here that could be undone. And I don't know, for all I know, that just means, I don't know if you could possibly just take out this, that's the way it looks, like you could just remove this inner piece, maybe put in a custom inner piece like a dot, AIO, and that could be the case, but maybe you can change the battery. That's another thing I wish I had the exact, or the specifics for, like, from 50% battery life, how long are you expected to charge this for to reach its full potential 100% charge? It's hard to really get an exact number for that, unless I really want to sit there and, I don't know, it would take a minute to really judge. So, I don't know. But, I'd say it's similar in that way to most other lipos. So I'm just trying to clean it. I've seen other new panels for this too, from the same guy that I posted a link for. So, I mean, it seems like the video managed to get circulated enough. Unfortunately, earlier today I tried to post a link of the video on a group. Now I generally don't I don't do that much anymore, post my video links in Facebook groups. Mainly because it got me in trouble before. So I try to be like, do that sparingly, and when I know it's applicable. So, like I won't post any, clone specific reviews, even if it's a clone accepting group. But if there happens to be any clone, brief references to clones, and it's a clone accepting group, then I don't feel as bad. But I wouldn't do like an entire review about them in any group, really. I just kind of let them be what they are on the channel. So yeah, I don't know. But it could be a number of things. It could be whoever moderates that group don't want it. Whether it's like they got something against me or they don't accept links from anybody. Some groups like the admins and moderators, they come up with rules, and some of them accept links to things and some don't. Or if the link has anything to do with somebody selling something, then they don't want that. If it's anything that could be like seen as product promotion, but it's like I'm not a paid reviewer, and I'm not promoting it in the sense that I want you to buy it from me or anything. For me, it's always just explanatory, like giving you an idea of what it's like. These are consumer reviews strictly. Like I don't work for anybody, and I don't want that to be misconstrued. That's kind of why I give things like a lax, gritty vibe, because I want it to be clear as day that I'm just some fucking person doing this. So yeah. But whatever. They don't want to have the video shared. I mean, it's weird because you can put a hand check, you can put a brief video about anything, really. I mean, people do little wicking technique videos and stuff like that. So why can't one that's actually like, I went out of the way to make it, you know what I mean? And it's literally just there to be informative, but so I think it's the other. I think they just, whoever's in there just don't want no parts. So whatever. I definitely made a lot of enemies in the last year, so I'm not sure who all of them are, but I know they're there. I've had a lot of people unfriend me, that used to be not nobody I was like real close with, but I've noticed, there's definitely a number of people in these groups, regulars, that have unfriended me, and I see it. So it's like there's like a sides have been chosen kind of feeling, like all because of this fucking clone shenanigans. So I got some really cool shit that I'll get to do for the next month or so. So that's neat. Because, things have been pretty dry. And I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 things that I can do videos on that are all completely different from anything I've done in the past, so that's good. Very good. I don't want to spoil them either, though. I do and I don't. Like, I would really like to. I'm going to do a Vloggish stuff on them, but I want to at least get like 1 or 2 reviews out of this stuff before I just start like embellishing on it like any further in these kind of videos, if that makes sense. Yeah. I wasn't going to do any re-wicking, because I'm still pretty caught up with everything. I could do a little bit because I got some new juices that I guess I could share with you. And I got a few screenshots of stuff that's like kind of interesting. You know, I try to stay up to date with the screenshots. Let's see. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's something I just seen today. It's supposedly made by Cthulhu. This doesn't show you much. I mean, this isn't saying much. But it's just part of the RBA. I don't know why, but here's this. Yeah, Cthulhu. It's got some kind of Oriental symbols on it, or that may be just one symbol. And I didn't know what that was at first. It would be cool if it was airflow, but it can't be because it's got to be inside an RBA. So those are just juice flow boards, which is interesting, but it's not quite as interesting as it would be. Wow, see that white balance change? Not quite as interesting as it would be if that was somehow airflow, but you know, we can't really do that. Maybe that would be a cool idea. Has anyone thought of that? I guess that's like impossible, right? How could you like make holes like within the boro? It would still get out. Like you couldn't make it like watertight or airtight or whatever. Like to like put holes in the. Well, this side's fucking glass, so what are you going to do with that? But I don't know. It would be really interesting if you could, like, put an RBA in that lines up perfectly with holes that are cut out of a boro or something. I don't know. I just thought of that right now, but it seems pretty far-fetched, but hey, you know. Might be neat. Okay. What else could we talk about? Oh yeah, so my juices. Oh, I could show you all these pictures still, but here's a Noct for sale. It might be sold already, I have no idea, but this is from a guy named John. He's a very nice guy. He's very, you know, active in the groups. It's a blue Noct lipo. Speaking of lipos. Now, I used to have a clear Noct that I have some coverage on. I just think this is so cool. Now, these were a $500 mod. That's what I paid for mine, but when they were still relatively new. And he only wants $180 plus shipping. I mean, God. If you could get today's prices back then, I mean, God, you could have everything. I thought this looked really nice. This is a Palm. He just called it a Palm BF. But it's a Palm Plus, right? There's not like a Palm and a Palm Plus, right? Aren't they all just called the Palm Plus? Or is the Palm an 18650 and the Palm Plus a 21700? Maybe that's it. It looks like it's micarta, which is cool. I've never had a Marcarta mod. Look at the contour right there. That's so cool looking. These are made by MM or MMV or whatever. Metal Madness Vapor, I think. Here's a SAN AIO. They're redoing the SAN AIO, and it's going to have a DNA ADC in it. It looks pretty cool. I like that. It's cool that we got new chips. I mean, when things seem kind of stale, at least there's like, well, things are, honestly, there is a lot of new stuff coming out that looks good, I think. Mod's House, Tony Tuffin, he does a lot of good stuff. Seems like he's always doing something new. And, you know, like Delro. And this thing, man, I love this. I really want to get one of these at some point. The Protocol FTP. I talked about this a lot in one of my older lives or blog episodes, I'll say. Yeah, but colored. Now they're colored because black is boring to me. I know some people either love black mods, they want all their mods black, but me, I like color. I mean, if it's done tastefully. So that's neat. It's like a reddish, orangish, brownish color. And then there's this one, which is more like a teal, cyan type color, bluish. It looks more green on my computer screen, but it's very teal. These are super small, and it's just so cool that they're technically still Boro Bridge RBAs, but they're that much smaller. Like, it looks like it would be a dot system. That's one of them in somebody's hand. Pretty impressive. Speaking of Tony Tuffin, here's a new mod of his. I'm sorry, I don't believe I have the title or the name of the mod. But that's it. It's a Monarchy collab version. It's got like that tag 60. What's the other one? KBR with the screen at the bottom kind of thing. Here it is from the other side. Now, that's cool. That's like a fire button, I think, and it's like on the battery door, or what is that? Because this isn't the fire button, right? That's the wattage buttons, I would think. So whatever's going on, it looks cool. Here's one more mod. Okay, so there was a conversation going on about the Stubby. Not the mod itself, but the tank. I don't know if it has a different name, actually, but they were just referring to it as the Stubby RBA or rbta or whatever. You know, it's like that really long tank with the long cables. This. And I mean, it's kind of an odd question to ask. The guy was like, why aren't there more mods that accommodate for this tank? And most people were kind of bidding on him, like, because nobody wants that thing, and you know what I mean? Or like, why would they do it? Or, but, you know, I think it's it's a reasonable question if you like this thing. I've never had it, and I'm very iffy on the whole rdta thing for Boro stuff. So this one guy, Raniel, I combined the names Ryan and Daniel. Raniel, okay. Ryan Daniel Grifford makes this, and I thought it was really cool looking because it looks like a wooden. It's a I guess stab wood, but yeah, anytime I see a wooden Bora mod, I'm instantly interested because there's not that many of them, and I think it's a market that really should have been tapped into. There's plenty of stabwood high-end mods, regulated box mods. Why aren't there more Bora mods like that? When I say that, what do you have to think about that's popular? The Giro by Geppetto, and that's about it. Like the Vidar from Vicious Ant. The Fakirs have one, I think. So that it kind of looks like it would be like a Fakirs mod. But look at that fire button. Isn't that interesting? I don't feel like I've ever seen a mod with a fire button like that. And then this, like the way this cutout is down here. And it's like a wheel. It's like a little wheel at the bottom. I was very intrigued by this thing. I mean, the shape of it, it looks like a key, you know what I mean? It's that shape. But like the plate, like the platform, like the gold top and bottom. Gold may not be your thing or whatever, but now when you look at it from the side, it looks very wide though. It does look like a big mod. I mean, it could just be relative to the picture, but yeah, because most camera phones are wide-angle lenses, and when you put something up really close to a wide-angle lens, it makes it look a lot bigger. And that's why when I do videos, I try not to use wide-angle lenses to give you a little bit more of an accurate perception of the mods and their sizes. Here it is disassembled. Yeah, when I first got into vaping, like rebuildables, and I seen a video of the Drop Dead. Because of the camera angles, I thought it was much bigger. So when I got it in the mail, my first RDA, I'm like, this thing's fucking tiny. I'm like, did I get a toy one? Is this a fake one? Is this like a replica? I couldn't believe they were that small because I'm just used to like big sub tanks, and so when I first got my first RDA, I was like, I thought I got cheated. I thought I got burnt. Okay, I'm gonna get my juices and we'll take a look at them. Oh my god. So yeah, I just got all this in the mail. And I think I got this one too, right? So I got all these. And I got more coming too. These are all my standard shit though. I got a couple new ones though, and that's what I want to get into here. So I got a couple of these. I mean, this is why I ordered, because I needed this specifically. I don't know where my other one is. Maybe it's in my school bag. I picked up more the one marshmallow. And then, my cannoli bees, cannoli bee cookie, cannoli bee nuts. But I tried this one. I've had cannoli bee mine, the strawberry one. And I only used it a few times because it was in my car when it got stolen. So instead of getting that again, I got cannoli bee breakfast. Anybody ever had that? It's going to be more like a rainbow cereal or Fruity Pebbles type vibe, I imagine. Which, I don't know. What did I have before that? Like, the last time I had the Fruity Pebble type stuff, it was by that, like, Pebble Science or whatever. I didn't like it. I didn't like theirs. The one, strawberry, has a Fruity Pebble vibe, a little bit. Okay, but these are the main ones that I'm interested in checking out. I got 3 new juices I've never had before. So we got, since I like Casadega so much, Oh, my screen fell asleep. So Soli Cannoli, Soli Custardy by Beantown, and then this one, yeah, French Vanilla and Brown Sugar by Eastern Vapor. All are 3 milligram. That's all I use is 3 milligram. This is the kind of time I really wish I was live, so I could ask you guys which one you want me to do. Maybe I'll go on again later or tomorrow and do one more of like a testing where we can all kind of go over it together, and pick which one to do. So I'll only do one right now then, for that reason. Wish we could vote on it. I don't know if I want to try them all. I should just dive right into one of them. Shit. They all look like a good color. I'm gonna go with the Soli Custardy Beantown. And I'll put that in the bridged 1.2 plus. Bro, I don't even know where the rest of this is. Oh, here it is. Whew, I was about to shit myself. So here's the top of it. I got a pour right here. Should probably rinse this out. Or, I know what I'll do. I could use the new one. Nah, I shouldn't do that. I should reserve that for its own video. I got other Boros, man. I should find my green Proro. I haven't used that in forever. Alright. Why don't I use this? It's got a crack in it or something? This should be fine. Alright. I guess I'm going to go for the Proro because I can't even slide the glass down on this. This is the 415 one, right? Dude, it's so bad off. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess I'll never just be able to use it. For real, I never had a glass this stubborn. Alright. Yeah, I mean, there's certain things you just gotta get the real thing. I've seen they got a new, a new 38 special clone. Another one. Now it's the same kind as mine, the floral kind. It'll never stop. They got clones of this straight on balance V2, black and white, but the white one they sold out of really fast, and they're just not going to restock it, I guess. Someone I know just got a what is it called? I already forget. It's an RTA. sorry, Asylum RTA, and from what I was shown of it, I mean, it looks nice aesthetically, but it also has like the capability. It has like a 2.8 airflow pin, which sounds cool, and the wicking on it, it looks like a Bishop RTA to me, or like a Feb type deal. I'm pretty sure that's the same one he showed me. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that new Sturdy 1 RBA. Looks good. Seems like a little bit of a trend. The small stuff. They got a lot of small RBAs. I mean, there's the read-in. Those are circulating again. Why is this cotton all fucked up? Bro, I'm so pissed. My BP cotton, like, I don't know what happened to it. It was perfectly coiled for so long, and now it's just like mishmashed in there. Yeah, so the Sturdy 1, super tiny, and I haven't heard much more about the Control RBA. There's a Control RBA that's really small too. I don't know if I showed that off with you guys yet. I don't know if I remembered to get any screenshots of it. If I did it a while ago. Because I keep forgetting about it. I don't know if they've even sold them yet or circulated them. I always forget about Control. Their Control Facebook group. I don't frequent it enough, and I never get. It never seems to come up on my suggested pages, so I don't know. Like, Facebook doesn't just have that show up very often. It's weird how certain things they like pick and choose like that. I did see something today about like Unknown, like their Facebook group. They like in the Facebook group, he said to check your password and account on his website, like that you may have to redo it or something. I don't know what that was about, but I did. I made sure my password and all was good. I have a friend who got the Enigma recently, and he said he liked it, but then he was still like saying he might want to sell it. So I don't know. If he does, I mean, I really would like more airflow pins for mine. That's for sure. I just like it so much. I know that with a slightly tighter airflow pin, I'd like it even more. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I was a little bummed about not being able to share my link. Because you figure there's got to be newer Facebook people that, you know, that want to know about this stuff and don't know, you know, that I have a channel. Because there's only one other review on that mod from Tony B. So, you know, it's not like it was something redundant. I was just trying to post the video. And, you know, I don't have, like, you know, I'm literally not soliciting in any way. Like, I don't have a Patreon or anything like that. So, I don't know. I don't see what the problem is, but I have, like, a quick shot in the video that shows the clone Delra I have, because I was just talking about color differences and stuff. for materials. And that's why I used that group, because I didn't want to put it in a non-clone accepting group. But whatever. You know, there's not many groups that are willing to allow for anything clone related in any way, so kind of puts me in a box with sharing that video. You know, and I generally don't care, like, whoever my viewers are, that's who they are. I'd rather have a small, you know, group of viewers than, like, you know, the more, it's like most things, like, the more attention you end up getting over something, the more drama you end up getting over stuff, or, like, you know, it could end up just becoming annoying, like, guys like Grim Green or Jay Hayes, they probably get so many people that just, like, will message them out of the blue with, like, really, like, weird, simple questions. Like, you know, you wonder how many times, like, some random person probably messaged Grim Green saying, "What's your favorite juice?" or "What's the best mod ever made in the world?" You know, or just weird shit like that. Can I add milk to my juice? You know what I mean? Like, when you get that much attention or recognition or whatever, and people know who you are, you're just gonna get so many walks of life trying to talk to you about shit. So, all right, Beantown, solely custardy, 80V, 70 VG, 30 PG. Taste test. Ugh. Waste of money. I can already tell. I'm not gonna like it. I mean, I don't want to say that, but I can. You can't always tell from a taste test, but I'm getting the vibe that it's not gonna be good. This is why I don't buy juices. I'm so paranoid about them not being good, and I'm generally right, because I've stuck to the same stuff for years now. I never get sick of it. Anytime I try other things, they're just never as good. It's very depressing. You know, I would love to expand my palette of juices that I like, but I just can't. I'm surprised I even found the ones I like. I used to at least go, like, you know, a few times a year, I'd pick up a new all-day vape kind of juice. Not anymore. Okay, it smells better than it tasted. It's got that overly, I don't know if it's like a cinnamony taste, or I can't put my finger on it, but you know, it's a custard that I'm getting away from custards. I don't like straight custard. Nobody does it good. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I just really like good butterscotches. That's my thing. I think I'd take a good butterscotch vape over anything. I'm gonna be so bummed if I don't like this. Because when you buy a juice and you don't like it, what do? You're fucked. You just wasted all that money. There's no way to get it back. Like at least an atomizer that you don't like, you can still use it. It'll still technically work, and you have a much better chance of just selling it. You know what I mean? selling used juice is just not as common as a used atomizer or mod, you know what I mean? So it's just, and they're not cheap. If all juice was like $5 to $10, it'd be different. I'd feel much more free to just, try whatever. But I mean, doesn't that sound depressing? Like, some people have just used the same juice for a decade now and only use one flavor. Like, that just seems so boring to me. I wouldn't be able to fuel my interest in gear. I wouldn't want to keep getting gear just to use the same juice. Like, that's why I have so many mods set up, because like I have each one set for a specific flavor. And I like to rotate the flavors I'm using. And not on like a weekly basis, like on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, I like to switch up my flavors. I don't bring just one mod to work, kind of thing. Like, gotta at least have two. I mean, that's what makes this so much better than smoking, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're reading, and 0.33 at 38 watts. Does that sound high for me? I guess not. It seems high. Bring it down a little. All right, 35. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad, you know what I mean? It's just a little plain. In my opinion, it's just a little plain. There's not that much going on here. Made from 100% foreign grown tobacco. Why foreign? Isn't the United States like the #1 grower of tobacco? Like, isn't that like one of the things we were like founded on or most known for? Kingston, MA? Is that Maryland or Massachusetts? MA. I think it's Massachusetts. Well, maybe that's why it's too north to be near tobacco. I don't know. Okay, there it is. I don't know if this is old or new. I'm guessing it's old. There's no dates on this. See, that's fucked up. There's even a spot for it. Like, that's supposed to be a date of birth spot. There's no date of birth or expiration. I don't know. What would you rather have? A date of birth spot or have it say, like, expired on? Well, I don't want to say best before this date. I don't know. I think I'd like a born on date better. I used to feel the other way around, but let me judge for myself. You know what I mean? I'd like to see the born date, because they may mark it up as like, oh yeah, it's good for 2 or 3 years. Fuck that. It's good for a year tops. You know, that's why stocking up on vape juice is kind of like irrelevant. It's not bad, it's just not great at all. I'll probably never use it again. Let's put it that way. It looks very clear in there, doesn't it? It's pretty clear looking. See that? Maybe that's it. It just doesn't have a lot of sweetener, and that's why I feel like it tastes bland. Anybody that likes Beantown, let me know if you want this. I just need more. I need more kick. Not like nicotine kick, just like flavor. It almost makes me want to try a different juice, hopefully to like redeem it. I mean, like I said, it's not bad. I can see people liking it, or like it doesn't taste like it's bad or anything, like expired or whatever, but I don't know if it does kind of look a little old, because it seems like it's supposed to be a pretty clear juice, and this has like a, see, it's like kind of a dingy look, like a piss look, like it's a little like a dark urine after a night of drinking, morning piss. Whereas this is like a bright color. This is good. You know this is good just by that color. That's like a nice, bright, vibrant amber color, whereas this is like a darker, dingy color. Yeah. Maybe it is old. I mean, you'll never know because they didn't put a fucking date on it like they should. Like this. See, this has a date on it. It's got a born on date. Well, you live and learn. I would never get this again. You know, I was buying the stuff I normally get, and I just seen a few things that caught my eye. The descriptions are always so fucking good, you know. This probably had like 1,000 different flavor profiles mentioned in it, and it's like, I feel like it doesn't taste like anything. I feel like it tastes like fucking BG. What a drag. I think this is supposed to be like an award-winning juice, too. It blows my mind. I don't know who's giving these awards out. The sad thing is this is supposed to be related to it. Soli Cannoli. It also says ADV, whatever that means. Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to suck, too. Again, no born on date or expiration date. This shit ain't cheap, you know what I mean? It was at least $15. You know, when I started vaping a few years ago, I would be able to get 100 milliliters for $10. That's when you could get a lot of shit for a good price. Now it's like all my favorite juices are like, you know, $25 a bottle. Oh, I keep hitting it like it's going to get better. I'd like to try Ghost again, the Pancake House or whatever. I got sick of that for a while because it just seemed like overly sweet, syrupy. But I'd much rather have that than this. I just wanted something different, you know what I mean? Something unique. But when you do finally find a juice you like, it hits you like you're so happy about it, like, because it's so hard, it's so rare. That's why all that but all that more homebrewed stuff that you often see in the groups, I will not touch that again. I spent like, I don't know, $250 on juices. I didn't like any of them. Any of them. Just so fucking picky about it. That's why, like, if these brands go under, I'm fucked. I'm not gonna vape anymore, probably. I have to have these particular juices, or at least by brand. You know, if I can't have, if there's no like Sad Boy or Beard or Casadega or M Turk, I'm screwed. You know, and I always have scares like they're gonna go out of business. Where's my one of my favorites? That's I always put this in my unknown RBA. It's becoming super scarce. I think it's out of production. Air Factory. It used to be called Cookie Crunch. This one's called Vanilla Crunch now, but it's the same thing. Yeah, I'm fucked. If I can't find this anymore, that's an all-day vape for me that I will lose. So I hope, you know, maybe it's just at this particular time, they're just low everywhere. It's not a good sign. So I have to see Grim Green's vlog from last night. I was on there briefly, and I even had like a little back and forth with him for a second in the comments, but I didn't get to finish it. The vlog's on late, too late for me. I go to sleep pretty early. I had a pretty rough day at work too, just very physical. So you know, I'm often a replay crew kind of guy. But he said something like E-Day and like D-Day, and I just assumed it was going to be something bad. You know, when you make World War II references in general, you just assume it's a bad thing. But I guess D-Day was technically a good thing, right? But yeah, he said no, E-Day is a good thing. So we shall see. I'll have to look into that and see what that means. I can't believe I still have this fucking scar on my arm. It's gonna be there for the rest of my life, I guess. I need to get another tattoo. Get a tattoo around it. I could fit in at least 2 more decent tattoos on that arm. I always wanted to just do one arm, but why not, man? I'm never gonna have a good job, it looks like, so yeah. I guess I should I still have like 2 things I already filmed that I didn't edit, and now I have a lot more stuff to film, so maybe I shouldn't be lollygagging in vlogs and doing the hard stuff, the nitty gritty work. This is just so much more easy and, you know, just chill for me. Not sure how much you guys, you know, prefer. I think I get a lot more views on my regular videos than my blogs. At one point, it seemed like the other way around, but that's good, I guess, because that's what the whole point is, right? You know, I guess that's technically the way it should be, but I know some people get something out of this, so definitely like to keep up with it. If not for anything, at least to see what's new out there if you don't use Facebook, you know. At least there's that, right? The other day, Charles Rowe mentioned this in the BMM group, not the mod, the RBA, the dope, saying it was a top 5, still a top 5 RBA for him or something. Now, I've always seen him talk about the Bridged a lot. He's mentioned the Killab by name, you know, Monarchy, you know, the Mob. What else did he like? The Cloud. Pretty much everything he did a collab with, right? The Spade. I'm pretty sure he made a post about the spade at one time too. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I kind of wish I still had that RBA spade, and I never got to do a full review on it. That was good. The Black Rose spade. If you like a tighter draw, pick that up. That's a good RBA. Yeah, there's a lot of products that I had that I never got to do videos on, and I regret it because now I don't have them. That was the whole point. I wanted to make sure I had videos on all my stuff, but I didn't start my channel until I was already well into high-end gear, so missed out on a few unique things. But yeah, he was rapping on about how much he likes this, and as he should. I mean, this is still the best RBA. I mean, there's no other RBA that really comes close to it, in my opinion. For people that are really into DL, I can see why you would pick the Unknown over this, but if you like that, like, 3mm and under, specifically under, this is the one for you, I think. You would think, I mean, there's tiny little wicking ports on each side. That's it. Those little wicking ports. You would think it would be like you need like a 50-50 juice and it would still not be saturated. Like, no, this shit stays super saturated with just those little ports. It's a fucking miracle. And because of that, you don't really run through that much juice. It's great. Boy, that Kill Light RBA, the Kill Light AIO, or Bora mod, or whatever, that thing's really popular now. All because of the panels. I feel like once they started doing custom panels, it really took off. And now he's got different materials of it, too, so that's... I'd like one of them. I really wanted the original one. But that was all metal. But you could hear it, just the sound of it was so good. Oh wow, look at this. Here's a SVA mod, right? God, this looks so good. Made of Juma. Man. Tell me that isn't nice. I like that. Wow. See, that's the... We need more mods like that, made of fancy fucking material. I'm tired of everything being 3D printed. I mean, it has its place. It's nice to have mods that are durable and like you're not afraid to like hurt them. But I just like the fancier looking shit. I don't know. Here's a Delro D650 with like a really shiny C-frame on it. It's cool looking. I guess that's the one the Monarchy came with. Monarchy collab. I don't know. Here's that FTP with a Ridge RBA in it. This is actually not a big RBA. I mean, it's not tiny, but it's a regular size RBA. It looks huge because of how small the tank is now. I gotta get one of these. It looks so good. I mean, the mod, but the RBA too. I'd like that. And intro, yes, sorry. The intro is, wow, that's really beautiful. I mean, it's really cool. It looks like a bunch of clouds or something. Unknown Midge. I still think it's neat that he just dropped the original Unknown. Like, he won't do anything with that now, so it's cool. Yeah, he's doing all sorts of different midge caps and stuff now. I don't know. I just want to. I just want to see what he does next, like, gear wise. Um, I love this logo. This good things takes time thing. I want a T-shirt of that so bad. Well, one of these days I'll get around to it. So here's the FTP next to an ion. Look how small it is, like thin. God, it's so cool looking. It's a really neat shape. It looks like an emaciated 38 special or something. It's cool as shit looking. JG had an issue with his D650s, the batch that he last did. I don't know. It's a bummer. Yeah, I guess we could call it. Here's an original SVA mod. What's this? That's a big price, $650. Oh, it's ivory resin. I didn't realize. Thought it was just white tone. Oh, it's the Kim version. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing crazy here to catch my eye. Oh, wow. Okay, we could look at this. Remember that mod I was just showing you earlier from Tony Tuffin, Mod's house? Here's one he did in like some really elaborate color. Now, I like color, but that's a little too much flair for me. Well, I don't like purple. I like orange, though. The Limitless Duo. Yeah, art and mod. Great stuff. Here's a cool mod that never got any... I don't know if there's any reviews for this. The Circum. I mean, you know, it's like a 38 C-bot type thing, but... I don't know. Chris Penna, wow. I mean, he's got both of the new protocols. That's what's up. Huh. Yeah. Some people really stay on top of all the new shit. C-Bot Mag. That's neat. The way it's like kind of covered up. He does great design work. Sway. He always manages to put like a nice, just a little tweak, you know, a little spin on something to really, give it new life. Q-bots. Not my thing. Oh, here's something different. The NTSU. It's called the NTSU Plus, right? If I just look at this, right, I feel like I don't see anything different about it. The posts are a little different, right? Because the one was like a trap bleed, right? In the original one. And like deck is, or like the port area is a little more shallow, I guess. Enhances its points of force, making... Alright, that doesn't mean anything. More coil room, cutting the 15.4% of the back of the post. Oh, okay, so your leads don't touch. More precise cut and a perfect ohm reading. I mean, from this translation, from nail having access from the back ramp to cut perfectly at the end of the screw to avoid extra material, easier and faster coil placement. In my opinion, he mostly just changed up the post, and there's like a little more of like a well. That's what I'm seeing. Wow, what was this price? 500. We don't necessarily know that he sold this for this much money. Here's an Omnia in Peak. Pay attention. Yeah, for 500 bucks. These are $780 RRP. That's the same guy that was selling the Noct. Both very nice mods, you know. A lot of people with these now too. The new dot. All right, maybe here's a unique looking. Wow, what is this? It's a D650, but it's got like some really unique looking panels on it. I've thought of this before. I was just thinking about this the other day, where you take a panel, right, and instead of it just being one panel, you break it up into two panels so that you can just access the battery or just access the bridge. Now, is it necessary? No, but it's different. It's neat. And he's got that fancy, shiny midge in there. I forget what it's called. Here's the other side. So, making it like a fire bar. I guess this is by control. If it's not, I feel bad. Not giving credit to whoever made it, but here's the inside then of that dot. Kind of reminds me of like that Armor C4. You know, that looked like it was like two separate pieces, like kind of mashed together. Yeah, like look at the engraving on this unknown midge RBA. It's wild, right? I mean, I'm not big on like Panther stuff, but I love the way the unknown's written on there. Nobody's gonna want to use it. I mean, because I was always surprised. Like every time I seen a midge for sale, tons of scuffs and scratches all over the barrels. I don't know how people are so rough with these things. So like, you give this to someone, they're gonna destroy it. Apparently. We can't see the other side. There we go. So even on the side, they got engravings. You can't even see that. You know what I mean? Unless you got like maybe certain bow rats or something. Cool, cool. Oh my god, what's this gonna be for? That's not that good a deal. Somebody offered me one of these for $300 bucks. Wow, it was a couple months ago. I was so close to getting it because I just love the graphic. This is for $450. Skyfall. Not for sale. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything too out the ordinary. This is so weird. This guy has like a million different mums. Jonathan Higgins has like 1,000 different mums, squonkers. They're all like keys and switches. I guess you can't really see it that well. But yeah, weird. Wow. Wow, that's an Astro. Look at that. That's fucking cool, that paint job. Damn. Vibrant. Ugh, I get so friggin' envious of some of this stuff. Oh, that's neat. Look at this mob. Mob MS. Crazy looking. Huh. Yeah, the P tank. Hold standard bore bridges. Okay. Oh my god, are you fucking with me? That is so cheap. Oh my god. I just paid like, what did I pay for mine? 120? A couple months ago. These are $60 for some red panels. Oh, the numbers. They kill me. They kill me. Oh, this looks familiar, right? The Unific and Enigma. Drew a blank for a minute there. Alright. So that's everything for today. Yeah, we're past the hour mark. Figure I'll leave it at that. Okay. Fortunately, the juice wasn't all that, fulfilling. Better luck next time. Yeah. Okay. So I will see yous, and y'all take care. Stay tuned for some more videos. Something pretty unique coming up. So should be good. Enjoy your weekend.